Uh-oh, retard alert. Being a streamer is so hard, guys. It's so hard to make content. It's so expensive. I don't know how these people spend so much money making content. It literally doesn't cost me fucking anything. I don't even have to pay for internet. All I've got is my phone. I use my phone, I use my phone's internet. That's what I do. I don't even have Wi-Fi. And you pay for a streaming setup? Every single month you get a new setup? What are you doing? I paid for mine one time 3 years ago. I'm still using the same setup. $5,000 of travel. I don't know. Let's get into this. What do you got to say, Rev?
So I think there's nothing less relatable to the average person than a streamer complaining about their life. There is nothing more off-putting to the average social media user than seeing a streamer who's so entitled that they believe the very large amount of money they're receiving is just not enough. Now,
yeah, being a streamer is harder than a 9-to-5, guys.
We've seen the $5 a month girl. Remember that girl who was complaining about people not subbing to her for her enthralling content? A lot of people called her very entitled. She might have been dethroned by this individual, this Snowwcone person who is complaining.
More like Snowflake, am I right?
About a $10,000 a month Twitch paycheck. Because apparently, $10,000 a month from a single source is not enough to sustain her lifestyle and the supposedly necessary investments she needs to make for her career. Let's listen to this clip.
I don't know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation. You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the
A 10K check, holy shit. $10,000, that's a lot of fucking money to get every month. Just saying.
fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel?
Where are you going to spend $5,000 on trips to travel? Like, nobody does that. How are you spending that much money?
$500 on setup shit. Fucking...
What do you mean $500 on setup shit? What do you need to set up for $500 every month? You buy a computer and then that's it. Fucking insane. What?
$2,000 on your rent. Fucking
okay,
$200
I get that.
on Wi-Fi.
$200 on Wi-Fi. What Wi-Fi costs $200? If you're paying $200 for Wi-Fi and all you're doing is streaming, you're wasting your fucking money. You're wasting your time. What are you doing? If I went to get internet right now, I would have more internet than I would need to stream for $100. And then you gotta buy a new IRL toolkit every month? What the fuck?
It's an IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing.
I edit all my fucking own shit. Like, give me a break, man. Get real. Get this entitled garbage out of here, man.
I be going in the negative doing this shit. Okay?
If you're going in the negative, bro, you need to contact an accountant. You need to get somebody to get your finances in order because that's fucking insane.
Okay?
This isn't even like first world problems. This is just crazy. Okay, $10,000 a month. That's
yeah, this is delusional.
$120,000 a year. That's like double the average American salary. And this person can't even figure out how to live. I mean, looking at the list, the laundry list that is given here of all of her expenses, everything is easily solvable. There's an easy alternative or a solution to every single thing. Honestly, all this reads like she's trying to game the IRS or something, right? Like she's trying to inflate her expenses to try to get more tax write-offs because this is insane, right? $10,000 Twitch paycheck, $5,000 for travel, $2,000 for rent, $500 stream setup, $400 for Wi-Fi and IRL toolkit, and to pay editors. And she's in the red after receiving $10,000. So let's begin with this. $5,000 for travel.
That's the insane one. That is actually the insane one. That one in the stream setup, the Wi-Fi is pretty insane too. Like, no. I don't know what you're spending $5,000 on. You're buying a whole bunch of bullshit. Going to some crazy places and going shopping and things like that. That's what you're counting into that $5,000 for travel. Like, oh, I'm going to buy this $500 pair of jeans and like this $1,000 purse, and I'm gonna put that into my travel expenses so I can write it off on my taxes because I bought all these things on stream. This is for a stream, for content.
What is this woman, like, traveling to Dubai 3 times a month?
No, I think she's counting her shopping expense into her travel expense.
Why are you spending $5,000 on travel? First of all, get a car. With that $5,000, you can put a down payment on a car and drive to wherever it is that she's going. It's very confusing. How do you possibly spend $5,000 on travel?
I think she just made up a number. I think probably she came up with the other numbers and was like, oh, I got $5,000 left. What do I do with that? Travel.
Like, it's actually like, help me out. I don't know how she's doing this. Where is she traveling to that's so important? And then you see $2,000 on rent. Solution: move somewhere more affordable.
No shot. No shot that she's paying her editors more than $1,000 per month. Absolutely not. None of this math ain't mathin'. This math really ain't mathin'.
You are a streamer. These two right here are linked in terms of problems. You're a streamer. You can literally live anywhere you want. You can live in a more affordable place that's not going to cost you $2,000 a month in rent. I mean, if
I can see the $2,000 in rent if she lives like in a city. But if she's complaining about money, don't be living in a city. Like Rev's right, you're a streamer. You can literally move anywhere. And you can take that $2,000 rent and go find a small town with a very, very nice place. And $2,000 will be your first month's rent, last month's rent, and then to move in. And you'd probably still have some left over.
If you can afford that, that's great. But clearly she's complaining about it, so it's a steep price. And the $5,000 is ridiculous. We know that. But as a streamer, you don't need to do any of this. Like, what kind of a production is this person doing? Like, what are you, like, Kai or I Show Speed? Someone doing, like, these crazy huge events? No, you're not. You're just, like, playing, I don't know, whatever she plays in front of a Twitch audience. Like, you don't need to do any.
Probably League of Legends because it's the most popular game on Twitch, so they're going to do the most popular thing, and she looks miserable, so probably.
Any of this. This $7,000 a month is completely wasted. Then we have the $500 for stream setup. Like I said, I feel like she's trying to game the IRS, because what does this even mean? I'm a streamer and
I'm gonna move on down there. I'm gonna skip a little bit to the pay the editors. If she's got 2 editors, let's see, that's $7,000, $7,500 with that stream setup, $400. Let's mark that up just $500 to make it even. So that's $8,000. If you got 2 editors, you're either paying 2 editors $1,000 per month, which is, I don't think that you're doing that, or you're paying 3 editors $600 a month, and that's not very much at all. So I think you're bullshitting. I think you're bullshitting.
Content creator. I don't know what this means. And I say streamer, dude, I'm a V-tweeter these days. I haven't streamed like hardly at all this year. My apologies. I will be streaming again soon. Don't worry. But anyways, I don't know what this means. What does this mean?
Nothing.
And you have to do $500 worth of it a month? No clue. It's like trying to trick the old boomer at the IRS to get a tax write-off.
She's just buying a new computer every single month, probably. That's what that is for.
But here's another one. $400 for Wi-Fi and an IRL toolkit. I don't know what an IRL toolkit is. What does this mean? Explain to me like I'm an idiot.
She is banking on nobody actually knowing what an IRL toolkit is because nobody streams IRL, so they wouldn't know. So they're just like, oh, yeah, that probably does cost $200 because Wi-Fi costs $200. Yep, you're right. Makes no fucking sense.
What this means, because obviously your Wi-Fi bill is not $400, so a good portion is the IRL toolkit.
Okay, so I looked up IRL toolkit. The IRL toolkit is mentioned in the context of accessories and essentials for IRL streaming, with specific items listed such as an adhesive wind muffler priced at $4.99 and a full body add-on for cam saver priced at $34.99. If this is what she's talking about, or maybe she's talking about, I don't fucking know, because it seems like it's a bunch of bullshit. She's spending $500 on a completely new IRL toolkit for some reason. unless she's talking about like a toolkit online that has like chat functions and like cool stuff that goes on the screen, which is not going to cost $200 a month. You're fucking insane if you think that we think that's what that is. That's how much that cost. No fucking shot.
That is very mysterious. No one knows what this means. And this last one I'm going to spend some time on, because this really grinds my gears, ladies and gentlemen. Pay editors. Now, of course, if you're hiring an editor, you need to pay them, and you should pay them well. Of course. But I see this a lot in the VTubing scene. I'm going to vent. I don't think 90+% of the people who use editors need an editor, or they're in a position to hire an editor. Okay, I see people who quite literally have a minute, tiny following.
What does she need editors for? This sounds like bullshit to me. Sounds like it's just reeks of bullshit.
And they might post like a YouTube video, a compilation or something of their streaming content, and it'll get like 70 views. And they paid an editor like $80 to chop up the compilation. I know exposure is an investment, right? Sometimes you have to spend money into things like that to gain exposure, but that's not really how the algorithm and things like that ultimately turn out. So you're really just wasting tons of money. It's like the person, typically V-tweeters, who...
I don't even think she's wasting tons of money on it. I don't think that she's doing that. She might have one editor that she pays like $500 a month to do some stuff. I doubt she's paying editors. Like, what does her content even look like? Does she got anything on YouTube? Let's find out. This is who I'm looking for. 7,000 subscribers. Okay. All right. I'm seeing this content. I see this content. Okay. I don't know what she needs an editor for, especially when she's pulling 800 views. She's got similar views as me. She gets a little bit more than I do. I don't get it. And she doesn't post nearly as much as I do. So she's got to be making like $200 a month off of YouTube. What's her shorts content? Terrible. Like it's similar to my views. A little bit more. Maybe double, maybe triple. But like, man, yeah, shorts don't even make any kind of money at all. So there's no fucking way. I don't even think that she's getting $10,000 from Twitch. Unless it's Dan Clancy, you know. He likes those female streamers.
Who build up this gigantic debut where they spend like $5,000 on a VTuber model, and then they go live to like 20 people, and they realize, oh my god, wait a second, this isn't pay to win. I spent a bunch of money on a VTuber model and editors and all these things, and it didn't translate into instant success. I quit. I've seen about 10,000 examples of that in the VTubing scene, but you don't really need editors. And also, I look at her content, I briefly looked at her streams and stuff. She's not doing anything that's like reinventing the wheel. It's nothing crazy, nothing spectacular. So this whole thing about paying editors, I don't know.
And to be honest, her content just kind of, at least on YouTube, just, it's pretty mid. Like, not really going to garner an audience. There's no like string along to it. There's no reason to watch one video and then go into the next. It's just It's about on par with mine, I guess, at least on the views. I got but you don't hear me complain about it though. You're not hearing me complain about it.
But overall, looking at this clip, a lot of people are clowning on it, and very rightfully so. Let's just scroll in the comments. I don't even know what we're going to see here. Oh, look, it's Nux saying, imagine spending $60,000 a year on travel. 60.
Yeah, the math ain't mathing. She's not doing that. I think she's incorporating a whole bunch of other bullshit expenses into that number. Like shopping. Because where's the shopping expense? Because no shot. Look at her. Look at the area she's in. There's no way that she doesn't have a shopping budget. She probably doesn't have a shopping budget. She probably is just like, well, I've got $5,000. I'm going to go shopping. That's my travel expenses.
$8,000. A lot of people, the average Joe doesn't even make $60,000 in many cases. Can't budget $120,000 a year, literally a skill issue. $5K a month on travel is insane. She sure do got the brain of a Snowwcone, that's for sure. Get a car. Everyone has rent. You don't need an expensive setup. Wi-Fi is $60 a month.
True.
Learn to edit. There
Fucking-
it is.
Yep.
Like, dude, I get it.
Yeah, you can never get better if you're having everybody do everything for you.
I'm a low budget production. Nobody's watching my videos and going, wow, Rev's got that mad editing skill. No, I don't. I have no editing skill whatsoever.
Yeah, you gotta have that charm, that personality. You gotta have that knowledge. Obviously, she doesn't got it.
I don't really need it though. And most people don't need crazy editing skills to basically make chop up compilations of something from a stream or what have you. It's really not that
Yeah, she's acting like she's a big shit when she's actually just on my level. I mean, I don't have that much money. I don't know how she's getting $10,000 a month with her YouTube content being that way. Like, she got some definite fanboys, some definite gooners. Probably got Dan Clancy in the chat.
complicated, but people, they just want to think that having these things will make them
I bet she got an OnlyFans. How much you want to bet she got an OnlyFans? I'm not going to look that one up, though.
skyrocket to success. Facts. Streaming is harder than any 9-to-5 job out there. People just think it's easy sitting in front of a camera. I've heard that take unironically many, many times.
Dude, I release at least 5, sometimes 7 videos every day, plus shorts. Do it all myself, do all my own editing, all my own recording. I don't pay anybody to help me. I do everything myself. The thumbnails, I do myself every single day. This shit's easy, bro. It's fucking easy. And me doing all of that every day, I get better every day. My content now, I'd say, is 1,000,000 times better than when I started, especially doing the thumbnails. And the actual, like, recording itself is better. Everything works. My microphone kind of sucks, but, like, what can I do there? I'm poor. But I did it to myself. If my microphone goes to shit, I'll go get another one. Same one for, like, $50. Like, you don't need the expensive setup.
Broad is financially irresponsible and stupid. How do you squander 10K? Not only is she squandering 10K,
I think she's lying about it. I don't even think she's getting a 10K check. I think she's bullshitting. At least she's probably not getting one from Twitch. I don't know, man. Who knows? You got some crazy, crazy gooners out there who are willing to drop like $50,000 for a picture of some feet.
she's in the red, according to her, which is absolutely insane to me. But anytime a streamer opens their mouth and complains about stuff like this, you just look really stupid. You look unrelatable to the average person, and it gives streamers a bad name. I'm tired of people like this making all content creators look stupid by comparison. But anyways, that's all I got to say about this clip.
Well, she is pretty stupid, though. I mean, a lot of the content creators are like that, you know, and they make themselves look stupid. I don't care if we all look bad. Who cares what we look like when it's other people being stupid and we're not actually like that? I don't give a shit. It's a shame, though. Such a shame. Subscribe.